Just gonna trust that this is gonna work on the first time. First take, baby. So, I made this video because I've gone through, like many people who play Brawl Stars and even other games. Often you can find yourself going through phases. Phases on, like, when you're in the game and then you're out the game, right? With Brawl Stars, you might play for a year pretty competitively, pretty hard, but then you take a year off. You might play 3 months competitively and then you take 1 month off. Or usually in somewhere there's some sort of break, whether it's in between seasons, especially with Brawl Stars. You might miss an entire Brawl Pass season. And that can be detrimental to your progression on your account. But it also can make it interesting when you come back. Um, Either way, if you find yourself not enjoying Brawl Stars the same way you used to, like when you first opened your first brawler, your first box, and you got your first brawler, like that kind of enjoyment. So many of us have come from a different time. There's 2024 Brawl Stars. Some people joined 2023, 21, 19, or 2017, like myself. For me, it was a time where you could open a Brawl box or even a Mega box. Most of you probably don't even know what that is anymore. A time where you knew a certain number remaining on the Mega Box, and you knew you could get a brawler or a gadget or star power because it said 7 or 8 remaining. Um, and then you get like the token bonus if it was 8 remaining. The time where when you saw that on a Brawl box or a Mega Box, and you finally, after so many Mega Boxes or so many Brawl boxes, you saw that blinking number, you knew you were about to get a new brawler. You knew you were about to get that unlock. Granted, this was a time where brawlers kind of came on a luck-based system. There was a percentage that you were supposed to get after. So if you opened 100 brawl boxes, in 3 of those boxes, you were supposed to get a brawler, depending on the rarity. However, it wasn't always like that. I had really good luck my first few weeks. I ended up getting like a legendary such as Spike. But then not much, like they added more brawlers in, and I wasn't getting any brawlers for about a year and a half. I think I went from like 1 to 22 ish, and then I stopped, completely stalemated, didn't get any brawlers um, until a year later. I pulled all the legendaries in the game all at once. Like I had Spike, like I said, and then I pulled Leon and Crow like it was nothing, like basically the same week. But that was the thrill of the game back then for me, anyways. It was a different time, different game. Um, so the thrill and enjoyment was just kind of amazing during that time. I mean, it really was a time of luck, and in some sense, we have to realize the game is just better now. That is one of the factors, like how to enjoy the game nowadays. If you're missing the OG times, like we all do once in a while, realistically, the game has been improved by the devs and the community. The community votes on these improvements. It's not all up to the devs. Realistically, the game is just better now. However, not everything is better. Star drops don't offer the same thrill, and I find myself just blindly spamming with no care, especially if I just get a rare. In addition, free to play has gotten much harder with a focus on the new brawlers coming in. They kind of improved this recently with the Brawl Pass, like the free to play Brawl Pass. However, it still is very pay to play kind of game. I wouldn't say pay to win, just pay to play. Um, it definitely it's gotten easier to pay to play. Whereas my first Brawl Pass I got for free. I didn't have to pay because I saved up gems because you could open them in Brawl boxes and etc. So I was a free to play player all the way through the first Brawl Pass where I got Gale, Merchant Gale. Merchant Gale for me was a free skin. Then from there I missed 2 Brawl Passes trying to get the rest free, and eventually I just gave in because I didn't want to miss on those tier 60 or tier 70 skins anymore. So I enjoy new brawlers like everybody else, but it's kind of deflated the value of the game for me. And I've learned to accept the fact, but right now there is 78 brawlers in the game. It's just too much. It's overwhelming. I mean, at what point do we stop? Are we going to get to 200 brawlers and then decide to cut it off finally? Or are we just going to keep going till the game dies? I don't know. They have to figure something out. I would be personally okay if they just removed all brawlers in the game and brought it back to OG brawlers, but they just can't do that now. It's just one of those things where they have to really start slow rolling their releases. We have 22 mythic brawlers, for God's sakes. Like, that seems to be a category that's overinflated of brawlers. Give some brawlers to the beginners as well. Like, it wouldn't hurt to give the beginners more brawlers. So throughout time, where was it? I lost my train of thought. Anyways, the game is just different. So how to enjoy the game again? How to enjoy Brawl Stars again? You have to learn to love the little things in the game. Things that may have been there all along that you just haven't seen because you were stuck in the past. Playing with friends, building a community, making a connection. Throughout time, this has always been humanity at its peak. And it is always Brawl Stars at its peak. I mean, I never really truly enjoyed Brawl Stars unless I was playing with a friend. I talk about my friend Kai all the time. 2017, for like years and years in high school, we would just play Brawl Stars together. I hardly played on my own. It was just me and him in class, during lunch breaks, after school, whenever we could. We would just play Brawl Stars, and that was me and his kind of like thing, our pastime, really. Um, and then from there, it progressed for me to kind of the community mindset, where I wanted to start building clubs. I wanted to start building my YouTube around it. I wanted to start building Discords around it, and I started meeting so many new people. It was unreal. It was like I think in my entire career, I've probably met hundreds and hundreds of new people. And it truly is one of the most amazing things that I never would have been able to get without the game, without the community. It's all about finding like-minded people and people in game, and you just kind of start to build something. Like I said, you start a club, make a Discord server, voice chat up during matches. Just because we don't have a party chat feature yet, which they're probably talking about doing something like that, you can do it on your own if you build a community. Maybe even start making content. I mean, you can't necessarily expect to be famous and make money out of it, because that's how you ruin your kind of passion for the content. But it's all for fun, and that's the key that we have to remember about this game. We have to find the things that we enjoyed. This is how we enjoy the game we all loved again. I'm a 2017 OG, like I said, and the game has phased in and out for me. I've even seen year-long breaks. But at the end of the day, it's my longest standing mobile game for a reason. And I don't want you to forget that. If you're a Brawl Stars fan and you've played the game for a while, chances are you're going to stick with the game for quite a great portion of your life, as long as you have time to give the game. So don't let the game be ruined for you. Try to find the things you like and learn to enjoy Brawl Stars again in 2024.
Teach and tell me the way things work out. Is someone else in me just waiting to break free? The world keeps twisting, still it's twisting without an end in sight. Let me